Yo, what is up, guys? Christian here. Here's how I lost. I think like around 350 today. On like all these accounts. I've common trading not or 5 accounts now. So, yeah. But I got a little bit. So pretty much this video is pretty much the trade recap, and then I got a little more information just about what I'm gonna do on these combines, pretty much. But pretty much, I lost 350 trading Nasdaq, and as you can see, I got stopped out, and then it went to TP. I was bullish today. Let me check. I don't even remember. I took this in the morning, so um, I honestly do not remember why. But I mean, from now on, I'm pretty much very bullish, just because the market's starting to equal out now, or like just starting to get better now. So um, yeah, so I took this trade pretty much because we had just made all this move down, and or sorry, all these moves up. So every time price goes up, it retraces back down, equals out to equilibrium every time, right? And pretty much it had made it had gone like it hadn't reached this high yet, so I wanted to get up there, and I pretty much took the trade pretty much based off of just like my intuition, like just market experience, pretty much. Everything, just the conditions look right, and that's pretty much how I took it. So we had just moved past to equilibrium, and we entered a fair value gap too. Like market was like, let me see, where's market open? Right, here's market open right there. So we just beat this high, and where's my entry port looking at? It was back all the way over here. We had this change in state way over here to make an uptrend, and I was just like, I want another retest pretty much. And I was looking at it right here. I was like, I love to take trades off of retest a lot, and this is exactly what mine would have looked like. And then pretty much we didn't ever went up to that high. We went all the way back down, so I was waiting for that, and we got it. And as you can see, it got super fucking choppy right here, like just and it just goes straight to my TP. I'm not even annoyed because I'm right. So that's all that really matters right now, honestly, because my goal is just to consistently have a good prediction. Um, I'd say I probably should have waited, a little bit more, but the main problem was I didn't really see any fair value gaps down here except for this one. But I feel like I probably should have waited until it hit that one. I feel like I was probably being a little bit impatient. But it also did like kind of inverse it. See, it just like went straight through it, and then shit like that. But I mean, it happens. It happens. We had this one right here. I could just wait for that because it did fill it that order. But shit happens, so it's really not that serious. I was right, so that's all that matters. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much why I took the trade. But this probably would have been a better option. I think my big mistake was, first of all, impatient, and not, yeah, pretty much just patience right here, because it's way better to put your stop losses below lows and never really below fair value gaps, because how does liquidity work? It will sweep out and run back down, right? They did it right here. We get it right here. Obviously, it's not going to happen every time, right? And then we get this high sweeping out this high right here. So that's, once you understand how liquidity works, you realize like why it's better to place it at under lows or in highs, or place it above highs and above lows. Once you realize that, you're pretty much profitable at that point. But I'd say this would be a way better trade for me right here. But what happened. So I'm not complaining. But that's pretty much how I lost money today. But back to like what I was going to talk about, my funded accounts. I mean, I guess I say this in an egotistical way, but I feel like I am pretty much not profitable, but I want to test myself if I'm profitable again. And I'm just thinking about like how funded accounts are really like they're kind of stupid, or not funded accounts, but combines, evaluations. Like, you shouldn't really be stressing. Like, if it's taking you a week or 2 weeks, like, look at my stats, bro. It should not be taking me this long. Oh no, that's a different account. It should not be taking me this long to pass a funded account. So I think I might just a lot of people's strategies are like risking a lot of your account um, because it's a combine. The only money you're losing is the money to buy the account, and I'm using Top Step, so it's only $50. But I mean, I am copy trading all these accounts, so that's one reason I'm not. I don't really want to do that. Because this is $50 each account, so that's like that's $250. Yeah, that's not. And then it's about what 800 to what's 150 times 5. That's $750 to activate the account. So I pretty much spent $1,000 just buying the account and activating the accounts if I pass them. But pretty much it's just like I feel like I might resort to doing that, not because I'm impatient about it, but just because I know how I am when I'm profitable, like when I'm actually trading very well, right? Let's look at these stats, bro. Look at this shit, bro. I'm up 17K in PNL across like a few months. Yeah, so from mid-August, I made 17K. So, I'm not saying this in an egotistical way, like, oh my gosh, I should be on a funded account already, but I feel like I honestly should be on a funded account, but it's not the market, Some of it's me, but half of it is the market, because, like, on days like this, or like these days, like, it's just, bro, complete just break even. This day was great, obviously. And then Tuesday, my daily bias was completely right because, bro, it was so bullish that day. But I didn't take the trade because none of it was in my confluences. But that was a good thing. So, but pretty much what I mean, it's just like, bro, I made like so much money trading so well in these days. It's just like, I feel like, bro, I should be on a funded account already. So yeah, make sure you guys backtest, by the way. But yeah, this is pretty much like I'm just so like profitable on backtest. And this is like backtesting is low key like no emotions, just pure just trading psychology. So I feel like I might resort to that, but I think I probably want like maybe a payout first, just to really tell myself, okay, I'll be allowed to do that now, like just to really like test myself one more time, like see if I could pass all these combines without doing a certain strategy, without risking like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Because the strategy is you risk. So my profit target is it's 3,000, and the best way I heard is to do it's risk 750 in exchange for take profit for 1,500. So like 1 to 2 risking 750, or risk 1,500 bro, just a 1-to-1 trade, so right, it sound like think about it's like scalping, like it's like sure it'll go to your TP within 200 points, but or 200 to 100 points, but it'll also go to your stop loss in 100 200 points. So it's never really good to I don't have any opinions on scalping because I don't scalp, so I wouldn't know what it's like, but that's just my point on like why I don't know if I should do that or not, because my win rate is what is it on FX replay? It is 62%. So let's ask ChatGPT. 62% win rate, risking 750 to 100 with an RR of 1 to 1 or 1 to 2. So it's like, it's not really that good to do that. But, I mean, because, yeah, the reality is, like, you really shouldn't be on combines for that long, because I say if you're a beginner, you should definitely try and pass a combine within like, or I actually passed a combine as if you were like seriously training. But like don't do a combine passing strategy because combines are they're made for you to lose. So I heard the best way too is you want to get on a live account eventually, And I heard the best way is to use funded accounts to fund your live account. I think that's a great idea too because the drawdown goes to zero after you take a payout. So depending on how much money you make, there's always going to be a bit of money just sitting in the live account, or not the live but the funded account, and that'll be like your maximum loss limit almost. So I think that's one problem with funded accounts that it sucks. Like say you want your because it goes to zero. So and the drawdown default is 2,000, right? So if you were to make $2,000 on your funded account and you took a 1K payout, your drawdown goes to 1,000, even though it was just at 2,000, right? And but your drawdown stops at zero. So if you make 3,000 profit, it'll still be at zero. But my point is, it's like whatever you make your like drawdown is gonna be like the money you're just never gonna spend. So if you want to have $2,000, like that's the lowest you'll ever go in the account. So if you make $3,000 on your funded account and you take out a 1K payout, you're gonna start at $2,000, right? And if you want that to be your starting balance, kind of, you're never gonna get those $2,000. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. I'm not really good at explaining things. Like honestly, I could probably explain trading to you, but I'm honestly just not a good explainer. But that's pretty much my point with the funded accounts is you're gonna have a bunch of money in there that's just never gonna you're never gonna get, which kind of sucks about funded accounts. But that's pretty much why it's like annoying because for me I'm so confident, like I know that I could have got a paid already, or like another payout already if I had my funded account, but I feel like I'm being held back by this market. But we'll just have to see because I'm not gonna trust myself yet to do that, and I don't even my 9 to 5 doesn't even support blowing all this shit. So, and I also got a job at Target, but unfortunately, I low key applied for the wrong job. I mean, I actually applied for all of them, or not all of them, but like all the ones I wanted to work because bro, I applied 7 times at Target and I never got in, but I applied for an on-demand job, which is like you pick your own shifts, but not in a way where you think it's like, not in a way where you think it is. It's you pretty much, if someone calls off, you pick their shifts, or I think you can ask to go in, and if they call you in, you can say yes. You don't have to say yes though. You can say yes if you want, but I heard, right, they also post shifts online, but I haven't started yet. I literally just applied and I got in. Bro, I got in the same day I applied. Like, it's low-key crazy. Yeah, that's actually what happened. I applied, 30 minutes later I got an interview, and then maybe a day later I got, oh yeah, it was the day after they saw my interview video. It was a pre-recorded interview, and then they said your orientation's on Friday. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about this. I'm just talking about like updates in my life. And then on Friday, yeah, I went break even. I didn't make a video about that because it's just break even. But, yeah, I'll look you. I kind of just I want to. You can, if you want to step off the video, you can. I'm just gonna probably yap about Target. I mean, I only have one thing to say. It's just, if I hope I'm able to get enough hours to support my trading because my 9 to 5 that I currently have right now, it's not enough. I barely get $400 bi-weekly, so I'm getting like 10 hours a week. So Target will help so much because I know because I work at a family owned pizza place. It's so bad. I hate that job. If my boss ever sees this, like the owner, because like she's pretty much the boss, if she ever sees this, and I'm sorry, but I'm just speaking truth, like just my opinion on it. It's just like, bro, the shortest shift you work is 2 hours, and I work like 3 to 4, maybe five. Five's on like weekends, but I usually work three, 3 to 4. But it's pretty. It's just not enough. But yeah, pretty much target. I'm just trying to get like 15 to 12 hours a week. Um, it's not, obviously it's not the best, but we'll just have to see because I know their lowest shift is 4 hours. So if I get that 3 days in a week, then it's 12, and that's 24 hours a week. So, or not 24 hours a week, 24 hours bi weekly. So let's do the math. And it's 18 an hour because I live in California. So 24 times 18, that's $400. It kind of sucks, but you know, we'll just have to see because I have no clue how it's gonna work. Cause, let's. This is the job I got. Cause it's already. Cause bro, I've been trying to research the shit out of this, but it's not a job. It's not a job, or it's the same for every target. Some super targets will have probably people like that work this job to have hella hours. Okay, let's see. All right. So I'm working fulfillment, so I'll be doing online orders. So I don't know how many online. My mom says people get a lot of online orders a lot. So hopefully this is literally the job I got. Let's see what it says. Cause the I'm pretty much an extra worker. I'm not even like on the schedule. You see that? That's why I have to work 4 hours a month though. Like that's like the required in order to keep your job. Where does it say? Okay, it's not even telling me. Okay, here. Where'd it go? Oh, look, it says work when it's convenient for you, up to 40 hours per week. You could possibly get 40, right? So, if I can, I can. I'm not doing that, but you see, when they say this, it's like, oh, you can definitely do it, right? But you're definitely not. I mean, at least I get the regular benefits any other person would get. But I would be so glad to get like 15. That's like I would be glad to get that because I'm not trying to work both my 9 to 5s. Even though this one won't fund me a bunch of money, I don't like working the pizza place. It's so bad. But I would be so glad to get like 20 hours a week, 15, bro. We'll just have to see though. I'm like stressing about this shit so hard because I feel like I wasted my time like interviewing myself and shit. Because I found out it was on demand when they called me and they're like, are you familiar with the on demand procedure? And I was like, I'm sorry, enlighten me. And they said, you're not gonna be on the schedule. You're pretty much gonna have your own schedule. I'm like, like, because you're pretty much an extra worker. Like flexibility can be granted if you're unable to work. Wait, where did it say? Or it said like. Well, I'll just have to see because I also live in California and I don't live in like a tiny town. My town's not tiny. It's like almost like Irvine. So I hope people are ordering online enough for them to tell me to come in. But that's pretty much all we have today, guys. So happy trading, I guess. I don't know.